Hello folks and welcome along to the channel. We are here with SRS racing for their Season 3 Tier 2 Round 2 race, and we are here at Abu Dhabi. We were here on the channel with F1OG just on Thursday there and seen how well that went, so we'll see how this is going to go. I think we're just waiting on one more person who's going to be filling in that Williams seat. But a little bit of knowledge about this track. The length of this circuit is 5.281 kilometres or 3.281 miles. We've got 2 DRS zones, 16 corners. It's going to be a short qualifying session, an 18-minute short qualifying session, and then it's going to be followed up by a 29-lap race. Equal performance is turned off, so everyone has been placed skill-wise. The tyres we are going to be using are the C5 softs, the C4 mediums, and the C3 hard compound tyres. Now, I believe we do have 19 up to now. Wonder if we're going to get that final driver to come in during the qualifying. We'll see if that is going to happen. Let's just check the chart. Right, so I think someone else is going to be joining. So we're just waiting for them. Anyone in the chat, welcome along. And whoopsie, my phone just went flying. So for now. So the countdown has started. Everyone, well, pretty much everyone has picked what tyres they are wanting for the race. Just waiting on Gerjan right now and seeing what they are going to do. There we go. And now should be green flag ready to go in qualifying. Looks like it's clear skies anyway. Doesn't look like there is a cloud in sight, so dry tyres to be expected. Yep, certainly is. Let's get all this data up right here. So let's see who is going to be first driver out. We're going to see any activity. Oh, we see a McLaren on the move. That's the McLaren of Rizzle. So it looks like that's going to be the first ones out of the garage. There we go. So we're riding on the board with them right now as they're coming out of this very unique pit exit where it actually cuts underneath the track and cuts under turn 1. So very unique track, I will say. First coming on to the calendar in 2009 on the 1st of November. So it's been on the calendar for quite a while. So we've also seen Ferrari of Nivi and Mr. Spike in the Mercedes come out, same with Dan, all on their laps, and I see the other McLaren was all coming out, and I think that's a Williams. So we've got a few cars all coming out quite early in this Grand Prix. We'll go on board with Rizzle. He's just coming down into turn 9 right now on his out lap. So here we go, we'll sit on board with them with Rizzle as they're about to start their lap, coming up to the final corner of turn 16, hooking that in nicely. Maybe not got the best of exits, but it's not going to be too much of a worry as it is a short run down into turn 1, taking a bit too much there, going right over them orange sausage curbs on the inside, and that really do upset the car. Round 2 and 3 quite nicely, and now down into turn 5 here. Heavy braking, keeping it in nice and tight, using up as much of that track as possible, but got the car straightened up quite early there. I've got Benjamin Reed saying hello my friend, welcome along Benji. Glad to have you with us here as Rizzle's coming down into turn 6. Staying away from them orange sausage curbs. I realise because they've got the same colour doesn't mean that they are friendly. Now coming into turn 9. Being steady on the throttle there. Keeping it nice and steady. And now into turn 10, 11 and now 12. And then you've got the hotel section right here coming under that beautiful light display. And he bottles it into the wall and breaks up part of that front wing. Rizzle's going to have to come into the pits for that. That is a bit unfortunate there for Rizzle. Hopefully they could bounce back from that. Who was the next car out? It was Nivy. So I see, is Nivy going to manage to navigate turn 13 a bit better this time? It looks like they did. And so did Mr. Spike as well. It was turn 14, my mistake, sorry. Now into final corner, comes across the line of 124.164. And Mr. Spike puts in a 125.375, followed up by the Haas of Dan on a 125.366. Who is the next one to come across the line? CJ Drama, 124.643. I see the Haas of Pandro coming down the pit lane. Seeing who was that? Was that Millsy that just came across the line just a second ago? 125.725, sorry. Seen two Alpines go third and fourth. Idle North putting it into fifth place with a 125.033. Pit miss is a 125 flat, just a hundredth of a second off of Idle North. Let's go down and see Jay Hartnell in that Williams coming around turn 1 just now. We'll see how far Northover is. Northover is coming into turn 9, just into sector 3. Let's see how they are going to handle this final section. Got a little bit of traffic. We've got a Ferrari, I do believe that is. I think that could be CJ Drama. Hopefully they could keep out the way. No, that may be Nivy actually just coming back into the pits. And there we go, we've got Hatsunamiku joined as Northover goes into 4th position at 124.696. Good job there for the V-carb there. Now we'll flash back to Williams with Jay Hartnell, who is currently still put a time on the board. Just coming through turns 10, 11 and 12 as things stand. Looking at in quite nicely there under the hotel. Through turns 13 and 14. Oh, and just lost a bit of that rear. Couldn't get the traction needed. And that definitely hampered them there coming out of turn 14. Comes across the line, only manages 9th with that. And I would thought they could have went up there near the Alpines even. That moment didn't happen there, definitely hindered them quite a bit. Benji coming into turn 1, San just coming down the back straight, well, one of the main straights, from turn 5 into turn 6 now. Go up with Pahandro, who is currently sitting in P15. Not set a time as things stand just yet. So first time on the board for them. Let's see how they're going to do. Coming around the turns 13 and now 14. Nicely does it into 15. Keeps that foot flat to the floor. And, oh, car was rotating as he was braking there. Man, just to get that into third position, 124.685. Nicely done there from Pahindro. Let's see whereabouts is Rizzle. Rizzle is on their lap coming down into turn 9. Mean Man Moody is just behind them. And who did that? I'd seen it just went up. Was that San with a 124.942. That's good enough for 7th place. We're on board with the Benji, who's coming around turn 15. Got one more corner to go. How is Benji going to perform? It comes to the line of 125.028. Look how close it is between 8th, 9th and 10th. Exceptionally close. 801 and Jay Hartnell are only separated by 1/1000th of a second. Some of these times on the board are incredibly close. Gertjan and Northover are actually separated by only 2/1000ths of a second. So really incredibly close out there. Let's go with Rizzle. Did they invalidate their lap time, or are they on a second lap? I think they could be on a second lap here due to having not a lot of battery left. I think they're just trying to get a lap on the board so they've got at least a delta that they could go to. We'll see, Mean Man Moody only managed to put in the 125.493. And 15th place Millsy sitting in 16th as things stand. Jay Hartnell is coming around the penultimate corner. Are they going to be coming into the pits? Yes, they are. So Jay Hartnell coming into the pit lane. What is Benji going to do? Are they going to go on another lap, or are they coming into the pit lane? Seems they're going on another lap, so let's see how they are going to do. In fact, I think Fake Scouser's actually just coming around. No, he's not. He's a wee bit further back. Night Flash just a little bit behind, a little bit ahead of Benji. We'll see Fake Scouser coming into turn 10, 12, 13 and 14 now. Let's see how they're going to do it flat out all the way through turn 15. Seems it's easy flat on this version now. And goes and puts that into 7th place at 124.919. Let's move down a bit. We've got Night Flash, who will go with, who's still yet to set a time. One of only 2 drivers who have still yet to set a time. It's only Night Flash and Rizzle who have yet to put a lap time on the board, and we're just coming up to the 11th minute in this qualifying session with only 7 minutes remaining. Night Flash goes and puts that on the P2, 124.374, but then Naismith goes and smashes that and almost manages to get pole from Nivi, who is 6/1000ths of a second quicker. And he's just went even quicker and put it into the 123.7. I think it's going to be clear cut that Nivi is going to end up getting that pole, but we'll see how things are going to stand. We've got Gertjan on a lap, Northover also on a lap it seems. Fake Scouts are just slowing down. Idle North is not on a lap. And Pimis is on a lap, so we've also got Rizzle and Millsy, both McLarens who are sitting at the back. As things stand, they have both come out of the garage. So let's see how Pimis is going to handle this final sector here. Currently sitting in P12 to 125.043. Even if they improve by just a little bit, by even and just couldn't get the couldn't get the car turned there, it seemed, at turn 14. Best option coming to the pits, and ooh, try not to bin it on the way in. Let's see who else is up. We've got Idle North here in the Aston Martin, just right behind. I think that is Rizzle, who's just up going on their lap. Oh, and he's coming into the pit lane. CG Drama they just improve on their time. I think they managed to put that into a 124.507. Gurchin did improve a 124.184 and puts that into third place. Let's see how Millsy is going to do with a 125.725 coming up to the final corner now. They're going to be able to improve on their time. They do, and it manages to put them up into 15th place. We've seen somebody else just jump right up there. I think that was Jay Hartnell actually putting in a 124.706. Mr. Spike isn't on a lap. We'll go on board with Rizzle. Nicely navigating through this section now, keeping it in tighter this time into turn 14. Managing to keep the car nice and balanced, coming into the final corner. Coming to the line, a 125.286. It's good enough for 14th position. So it's 801 on a lap. I'm unsure about that. Take the R, but see a few others which I could see without it telling me there's a yellow flag. I could see that there's a yellow flag that's telling me the time left on the board. Mosey, and who was that? CG Drama. Well, both of them coming together. We'll see what is going to end up being said about that, because that is a curious one. Oh, CJ Drama being a little bit, need to be a bit more careful on the throttle there. Well, on the steering, sorry. Got 801 Harveston just now. Millsy Harveston also. Mr. Spike currently. Oh, Rizzle's retired. Can he not get out? I can't even see the time. There we go. So you wouldn't have got back out in time, so that's why. Mr. Spike coming around at turn 9 here. We've got a couple of corners left to go in this qualifying little lap, and I'm unsure if they're going. No, they're not going for it anymore. I think they may have bailed out a bit too late there, as they're going to need to just punch it from here on out now. If they are wanting the time on the board, yep, they are, so we'll stick with them for a moment. Wait, there's that 801. No, 801 isn't just yet. I think that's Idle North just starting their lap time. So I suspect that Mr. Spike is going to end up running out of battery, going down this straight from turn 5 to turn 6. Gotta be careful with that battery. That's definitely going to end up slowing him down. We'll check back in with them in just a few moments' time. We're with Millsy right now. Currently sitting just ahead of Mr. Spike by 1/1000th of a second, really close up between 16th and 18th also. Now to the line goes Millsy, does move up ahead of their teammate as Nivi goes even quicker. What is going on? Nivi, yeah, that car is just incredible somehow. We've got Benji coming to the line. Does improve, but not enough to move up any positions. Who is coming up next? We've got 801, no, Mercedes. Is that Pimis? Nope, that's not Pimis. That'd be Mr. Spike, sorry. We've got Idle North coming to the line. They do improve, they go 5th. Improved by 4.5 tenths on their previous lap. We've got Alejandro coming around at turn 9. Goes P7 at 124.577. Got the other half of Dan putting in a 124.786. Puts him into 12th position before I think that was San just went ahead there and put that into 10th to 124.703. As Jay Hartnell moves up into 5th with a 124.424. Got somebody else crossing the line just there. I think that was Gertjan getting that 3rd position of 124.184. I think we're just waiting on Millsy there on a lap. Nope, that is it. So there we go, folks. That is the end of qualifying. Now we're just going to wait for the drivers to get back in. So there we have it, folks. That is the end of qualifying. Nivi putting in an absolutely dominant display in qualifying there. Then we've got Naismith in 2nd and Gidgen in 3rd. The 2 Alpines will be looking for that attack at the start of this Grand Prix. We've got Night Flash in 4th, 5th for Jay Hartnell. Idle North 6th, then we've got CJ Drama, Pahandro, Fake Scouser, North over San. Dan in 12th, then we've got Pimis in 13th, Benji in 14th, Millsy 15th, 801 16th, then we had Rizzo, and then we had Mr. Spike in 19th, and Mean Man Moody in last place. Now we're going to be moving on to the 29 lap Grand Prix. So here we go, folks. We're just waiting for the drivers to sort out their tyre strategies, their fuel loads, and maybe make some minimal adjustments to aerodynamics in the car. Of course, you can only make small adjustments here and there. Oh, and here we go, folks. We've got 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we are away for the start of this 29 lap Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And it looks like Nivi's managed to get a good start. And left the two Alpines trailing there. Night Flash having a go at Gergen there and ends up getting swallowed up by the pack. As Mahandro has got a great launch there off the line. And end up into 4th place, up 4 positions. We've got San, who is right down at the back. Unsure what happened to him. It wasn't letting me change there. He must have been spun out. Hatsune Miku, who's not took part in any practice, has actually moved up 3 places due to all the commotions. Benji now moves up on Dan and moves up into 11th place. We've got Mr. Spike here. Battling with Pimis and Hatsune Miku there. Oh, and is that a broken front wing? Was that a bit of Silverados damaging each other? It looks like it is. Mr. Spike going into the back of Pimis there, and that ends up causing damage. Oh, and the Haas is round. The Haas of Dan is around, and is that Rizzle that got some damage there? No, it was the Aston Martin. So it was the Aston Martin of 801 who's got front wing damage on the lap 1 here also. So we've had a few drivers already out here that have not had the best of luck and will be jumping into the pit lane on lap 1. Oh, and 801's actually carrying on in this Grand Prix, so that is quite surprising. We'll see how that is going to go for them with that front wing end plate gone. And same with Mr. Spike also, they're just keeping on going, so it seems like no one is came into the pits, even though 2 drivers have got a front wing damage. We're going to move up to the top drivers right now and check out how the Alpines are facing, battling with that Ferrari right now of Nivi. Doesn't look like they're going to be making any headway as things stand. Doesn't look like there's much happening except both the Alpines are swapping places. And oh, looked like Gerchen was going to be going for a move there, but unfortunately the straight was not long enough. Now into the final sector. This is a part of the track where Nivi could breathe a little and not have to worry too much about an overtake happening. Of course, that does end up changing as you end up into the later stage of the lap. Well, the first half of the lap, sorry, you do end up under threat. Oh, got a yellow flag. Is that 801 there? Yep, 801 coming into the pit lane. That'll be for a front wing change, I'm assuming. Gerchen's going to be wanting to look for a good launch here coming off of turn 5. Is it going to work out with that DRS? He's just sitting close behind for now. Half a second is the gap, plenty to close in under the brake in here. Keeps it in nice and tight for turn 5 and turn 6 and 7. Getting on the powers using that overtake button. is using that DRS. He's going to try it around the outside. It looks like he is, and he looks like he's going to manage to get that move done. But hold on a second, there's a shorter route around the inside, and oh, Nivi's still keeping it in strong, but that outside line does end up coming back to bite him. Nice move there from the Alpine, moving up into first position. Of course, looking on at the drivers, Fake Scouser, Pimis, Dan and 801, only drivers on the medium, on the hard compound. Everyone else is on the medium tyres, so that is worth bearing in mind. Of course, we did see in F1OG on Thursday that everyone actually started the race on the mediums, if I do remember correctly. So let's see how it is going to end up going, as Pahandro has managed to get past Naismith and move up into third place. Oh, and a little bit of tap up on the rear from Naismith onto Pahandro. All's fair there, it seems, and it looks like CJ Drama is right on the tail of that Alpine and is looking to attack. Has slipped in to the back of the slipstream trying to get that boost, but hold on a second. Jay Hartnell, did he just manage to get past Idle North there? I did just miss that, unfortunately. But looking on at Naismith, is he going to get past CJ Drama here? No, CJ Drama, sorry, is going to get past. And we see up front the other is Ferrari and Alpine, both fighting it out for the lead here in this Grand Prix. We've got the Ferrari and an Alpine fighting for third place, and one fighting for first place here. Idle North and Jay Hartnell battling it out as they're going through the hotel section. It looks like, is that Jay Hartnell there? No, that was actually Northover, I think. Northover and Fake Scouser battling it out also with Jay. Jay's not getting an ounce of break at all. Oh, see Mr. Spike struggling a bit there. And he's just been overtaken by Millsy. Going into turn one, Rizzle has left the session. Oh, there's contact between Mr. Spike and Millsy. 3-second time penalty for 801. Rizzle is going to begin to drop down until he can get back in the lobby. Hopefully he can get back in real soon. We're going to move further up. Jay Hartnell getting passed by Northover, and we're going to go up and see this battle for the lead here. This is absolutely chaos here. Gertjen still sitting in the lead, but it looks like Naismith is going to reclaim that third position. After all that commotion that is going on, Rizzle's managed to join back in, and Nivi has took the lead of this Grand Prix yet again. And Night Flash is coming up the inside of Naismith here at turn 9. Is he going to manage to get the move done and separate the two Alpines? It looks like he is. He's carrying that speed around the outside nicely. And oh, big lock up there from Night Flash, but he manages to keep that in and is now on the podium position on the lap 5. Now we've still got plenty of time left in this Grand Prix, so we'll see how things are going to end up finishing. But right now, Night Flash is doing quite well to get up there. Jay Hartnell coming into the pit lane, so everyone is going to be getting up a position there. As Rizzle managed to get back in. It seems he may have. So that is good. Nivi. Oh, wait there. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. That's a Haas of Dan. All seems good now. Let's see, we've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Who's that for us? For Hatsune Miku there. So let's see, we've got Gertjen, Nivi, Gertjen, Night Flash, then we've got Naismith and CJ Drama all making up the top 5 here. Pahandro is dropped back a little with Northover here in 7th place, all still real close here, all the way down into 10th position, and then it takes a bit of a jump there We've got Dan and San battling out, going down into turn 12, and it looks like Dan is going to be winning this battle, but hold on a second. Keeping it up the inside is the Red Bull of San, and it's not working out well at the slower speeds, and that actually costs him a bunch of time there as Rizzo ends up getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And that's for exceeding the track limits, not very good. Doing that, we're going to move up to Northover, who could end up going for a move here on Pahandro, as there is no DRS for Pahandro. There we go, making that nice and easy, moving up into 6th place. We're going to move further up. We'll see CJ Drama trying to move on the outside of Naismith, going into turn 6, but no dice there. Idle North moving past Benji there for that 8th position. We're still sitting with the Alpine of Naismith and blocking any which way there for CJ Drama to get past there. Perfect positioning there from the Alpine. Fake Scouser now getting past Idle North, and now, oh! Banging into the side of Benji there, and it looks like Fake Scouser's let Benji have that position. That was, I think that was just a bit of a racing incident there, but we'll see how things are going to go. Nivi and Naismith both jumping into the pit lane for their change of tyres. I think it's both going to be hard compound tyres for both of them, as Idle North has retired from the Grand Prix. Is that in the on track? It doesn't look like it. So Naismith and Nivi not getting a cheap pit stop like what they would have. Oh, did he break that front wing? No, he didn't. So that is all good there. Naismith not breaking that front wing. Has managed to come up just in front of Jay Hartnell. Jay Hartnell on 2-lap younger softs, 2-lap older softs. So we'll see how that is going to fare, as the tyres will already be warmed up, as Pimis has got past Benji. Oh, Mean Man Moody just got a penalty there. What was that, a 3-second time penalty? Nivi and has now managed to create a bit of a buffer there by overtaking San now. So he's got a car in between both him and Naismith here, so that'll be perfect for what Nivi is wanting. Managing to get back in front in quite a good time there. We've got CG Drama and Pahandro both coming into the pit lane, both on medium tyres. Oh, CJ Drama opting for the medium, a fresh set of mediums. What is Pahandro going to go on? Goes on to the hard compound tyres. We've seen, quite interestingly, a one-stop did actually work here, but they had to carry the medium tyres to, I think it was like lap 14 almost, or lap 12. So we could see a few people actually trying to do that, but whether that is going to end up proving to be the better strategy here tonight, we will soon find out. Owen looking on at CJ Drama, getting past Jay Hartnell. Nicely does it there for the Ferrari. Going to move up to Night Flash and Gerchin, who are both battling it out for this lead right here. I think the best thing for them, the pair of them, to do is just to work together right now. And, oh, maybe not. But yeah, maybe work together and try and lessen the gap that will be coming up. Possibly try for that one stop, could work. So Nivi has managed to absolutely jump Gerchin. And is Naismith going to manage it? Nope, Naismith didn't after being held up there. CJ Drama trying to get past Rizzle and just manages it there on the exit of turn 3, going down into turn 4 and around turn 5. Oh, bit of contact there as Jay Hartnell lost a bit of that front wing. Nope, all seems nice there, so that is all good. Is Jay Hartnell going to go for the move on Rizzle here, going down the inside at turn 6? Nope, doesn't look though, and so did CJ Drama on Naismith, sorry, on Gitchin. Going to go up to Pimis and Fake Scouser as we've got a yellow flag in sector 1. All seems good there though, but as Pimis and Fake Scouser going side by side, and Fake Scouser came into contact with another car there. This time it was Pimis, and all seems good. I think it was Pimis's fault there. So all was good, and they've reset back into order. Fake Scouser in third now. Nicely does it. We'll say go down to Jay Hartnell and Rizzle as Rizzle jumps into the pits now. Millsy gets a 3-second time penalty, so as one McLaren comes on stream and the other one wants a little bit of attention there as well, getting another 3-second time penalty. Of course, late safety car, that could really hamper your race results come the end. Got Pimis currently sitting in 4th place, is trying to reclaim that 3rd position. We've got 801 who has retired in the pit lane. So we've had both Aston Martins out of this Grand Prix here. And yeah, it's almost like the first bit of this F1 25 season. Yeah, Aston Martin's not having the best of luck until the past couple of races. We've got Dan now retiring from the Grand Prix, so Dan struggling as well, it seems, and opting to retire from this Grand Prix. It's a bit sad to see these guys having enough. We've got Nivi and did Nivi get contact there? And Nivi is all over the place there, and Gerchin is actually up in front. Has Nivi got any front wing damage? Nope, all is good on that Ferrari. Pimis is coming into the pit lane. Northover is in the pit lane also. We'll see what Pimis is. They getting a front wing change. Nope, no front wing change for them. We're going to move back up to Nivi, who's actually been cleared from that DRS threat. Is sitting over 1 second. San is putting the fastest lap of the race at 127.547. Because CJ Drama preying on Nivi now. Is he going to go for it, or is the Prancing Horse rules in play here? Ooh, gotta be careful. Don't want to end up coming together, as we see Gerchin has actually closed that gap quite substantially now, slipping out of that DRS zone. And CJ Drama goes flying around the outside of Nivi. Going to go up to Gerchin, who's right on the tail of Fake Scouser. Fresher hards against the older hards that have been on from the start of this Grand Prix. And I think Gerchin can make this work, and there we go. We see Fake Scouser jumping into the pit lane. Night Flash is also in the pit lane, so Gerchin is going to end up taking the lead. So officially now everyone has made a pit stop. We've seen things all come out. We're just waiting on Fake Scouser coming out the pit lane, and then it'll be official that everyone has made a pit stop. CJ Drama has managed to close within that gap of Gertjan. Them medium tyres are absolutely substantially better, it seems, on that car than what the hards were. Oh, see Northover and Benji there swapping places. Northover getting up into 8th position as Mean Man Moody ends up getting another penalty. Gonna flash it right down here to Mean Man Moody. Is Mean Man Moody going to go for the move here going down into turn 9? Is he going to use any of that battery? You can see Hatsune Miku is using some of that battery to keep that car going and to offset that DRS deficit that they end up having. And it manages to work out to quite a decent effect. So we're just reaching the halfway point in this Grand Prix in just a few moments actually. Looking on at CG Drama, it's still sitting in 2nd place, still sitting nicely behind Gertjan. So let's see who else is up. It's close. Is Benji close enough to go for a move? Doesn't look like it just yet. Benji is closing that gap, and here he is. He's going to go for it. He hits that hot lap button, gets it into DRS mode. Activated. Isn't closing the gap that he needed to. Night Flash has moved up on Jay Harnell. Just seen on the board there that the Silver of Night Flash has managed to make up a place. We've got Fake Scouser on them fresher mediums, moving up into 11th place, passing San. So the next one up for Fake Scouser is going to be Pimis, who is currently sitting in at P10 as things stand. Did pit the lap before Fake Scouser, but has managed to close in that gap quite exceptionally. Looking on at Jay Hartnell, just lost 2 places to Northover and Pahandro. Is Northover going to manage to get this position and make it and double another overtake? It looks like he is going to manage it, moving up into 6th place. That DRS has been absolutely exceptional at doing its job there. Going to move up to Naismith. Naismith not close enough to close that gap. All about Pahandle to have a go and close the gap a bit in with that DRS. No, doesn't look like it. Benji trying to get up and get past Jay there. But Jay just being that a little bit too quick with having that DRS also. Fake Scouser going for it around the outside of Pimis. Is he going to manage to make it work? A little bit of contact there. The front left to right rear. And both of them managed to walk out with that unscathed there. But nice battle in there. Fake Scouser going for that move. Nivy and Naismith both pit at the exact same lap. Again, both going on the hard compound tyres, I'm going to assume. On the halves, one on fresh hard tyres. No, both of them on fresh hard tyres. Sorry, I'm getting that mixed up with another driver there. So on board with Benji here, this battle for 5th position as things stand right now. Is he going to manage to get up close enough to the back of Jay to go for that move? Is Jay going to manage to get close enough to go for the move on the Haas? And can Benji capitalise? That was a bit odd there from Jay there. Looked like he was moving in the braking zone. And no, that's certainly not allowed. Oh, stay off that curb, Benji. Don't want to be hitting that. That will send your car flying into the wall. And yeah, that won't be healthy for the mechanics. 3-second time penalty for CJ Drama as they come into the pit lane. It seems that there's still a glitch or something that appears still on this at this track, and I think it's coming into the pit lane. There's exceeding track limits penalty quite often coming up, so that could be the reason why a lot of drivers do end up having penalties or warnings of such in this race. Sitting on board with Jay, who could make this move here. He's certainly within striking distance, but it looks like that Haas has just got the straight line speed needed to keep in front here. San and Nivi have swapped places as Nivi now manages to move up into 10th position. Jay not managing to make a move just yet, and neither is Benji. Going to move further down. San not able to get up close enough. Just sort of damage limitation at this point. Pimis getting a 3-second time penalty. Did they just come into the pit lane? No, they didn't. Oh, Benji getting a 3-second time penalty. Another one getting a time penalty, unfortunately. That would be on the exit of the final corner. Naismith has managed to get past San as San has came into the pit lane. So has Mr. Spike. Now Benji is going to need to get these done and pull away if he hopes to get at least 6th, as he does have a penalty, unfortunately. Driver with the most is Mean Man Moody, unfortunately. Looking on right now, Jay having a little look at a move there, but nothing going just yet. CG Drama moving up into 8th place. Oh, contact there. And oh, Pimis has been turned around by CG Drama, but it did appear like CG Drama done that back into Pimis at first. Yeah, Pimis done that into CG Drama first, going into the corner and then on the exit. At the next corner when getting going, it seemed that CG Drama did retaliate back. I could be wrong there, but that was certainly odd. So Pimis has ended up dropping down a couple of places. That'll be good news for Naismith anyway, who managed to get through without any bother as he's chasing down Nivi still. Jay Hartnell into the pit lane. Fresh hard tyres on for the Williams crew. CJ Drama looking to go on the attack here against the V-carb of Fake Scouser and try and help his teammate through. And there we go, CJ Drama moving to the left hand side to now move in front of the V-carb and up into 6th position. Next up is going to be Benji, who sits 5 seconds in the lead, ahead, sorry. But that's actually switched to Pahando as Nivi now gets past Fake Scouser. Gurchin's had quite a comfortable lead out there for the past few laps. We've got Brandon Nielsen, CJ Drama living up to his name. Yeah, Drama, definitely. But it seems like Nivi is just letting CJ Drama cause a little bit of chaos out front to just boost through whenever possible. suppose that's one way to get it done, I suppose, to work as a team. We'll get on to people who have done pit stops. Oh, Hatsunamiku's got a 3-second time penalty. So the top 5 drivers have still yet to pit. As Pimis has left the session, they've retired the car, and they certainly won't be happy about that. So we're into the last third of this race here. Last third of this Grand Prix now is Alejandro going to come back and manage to get that move done. Doesn't look like it, but Nivi has moved up on CJ Drama and moved up into 6th position. So we've had 4 retirees here, all retiring in the pit lane, so we've had no safety car. I think the last time, I think it was the last night actually, I ended up having a late safety car at was it Austria reverse, so it was quite a weird one. They could have went and done another safety car lap, get everyone back up, but they didn't, and it just ended up going. So it was a bit of a weird one. Oh, Braden Neal, that's Dr. Braden. Alright, cool. And I remember now. Sometimes I forget to actually read the my God, starting now. Sometimes I forget to actually read the name and just read the comments sometimes. Oh, Gertjan came into the pits, has now came out, is in 3rd place, just overtook Benji there. CJ Drama and Nivi properly working together here as Russell gets a 3-second time penalty. Where's the flexi wings? I just realised that they're not flexing as much in game. I suppose they've got to do some special FIA load testing on it, and it must be quite a high load that they need to put on. Just realised that how is Benji disconnected yet? Well, look for yourself. He's in 4th place, so he seems all right up to now. So no, James, Benji has not disconnected yet. Thankfully, not just yet. Nivi now moving up as Pahandro has came into the pit lane. Let's look at San here, who's right on the back of Fake Scouser. The Fake Scouser on them fresh medium tyres. I think he's gonna have that. Gertjan is on them mediums, so I don't think Benji or anyone else is going to be able to catch up to the Alpine here. Has done quite exceptional here tonight to get, is technically in 1st place, depending on if Northover or Night Flash do opt to end up pitting or not, or if they're going to end up trying to go to the end. But even then, I think Gertjan's got this. He's on them fresh medium compound tyres that are going to do him to the end. He's got this pace advantage. Benji moving down into 5th position. Northover is into the pits. Gertjan's just put in the fastest lap of 1:27.968. 9.3 seconds is the gap, and that's closing ever quicker. Now go Northover coming out. Could he be coming out near his teammate? Quite possibly. No, actually not. That's a big jump there. He's going to come out in front of Pahandro, but behind Jay it seems. Yep, Jay just rounding turn at 3, and Northover just coming out the pits now. Yep, and Gerchen is closing that gap in exceptionally quick. So Night Flash is going to have to get a move on. If he's going to want to get this win, he's either going to have to try and just absolutely push it as much as he can to get that to the end of this race. There's 6 laps left to go. As long as he's not losing any more than a second per lap, he can actually do this. But it looks like that is over a second. He's lost. That's coming up to about a second and a half almost. He has lost as it's coming around into. So he's about a tenth of a second slower on each corner. About a tenth of a second slower each corner compared to the Alpine. So that's quite a substantial difference in these closing stages of this Grand Prix. 24 laps. 23 laps have been completed. We're on lap 24 now. After this lap, we will have 5 laps remaining, and Gerchen could see that silver up in the distance. If he just looks into that corner, there we go, and you can see that just disappearing away. So he knows that this is possible. It is possible to get this win. Benji, unfortunately, not managing to be able to put the challenge on the Ferraris. Has got the DRS to catch back up, but that is about it right now. We've got San and Fake Scouser here battling out for this 10th position. Has he got the DRS? Yeah, he has got the DRS. He's going to manage to be able to catch back up a little, and it could end up getting into that 10th position. We've got Millsy just being lapped there. But unfortunate there for Millsy not having the best of luck here tonight. Oh, Benji getting a bit out of shape there. But his teammate of Night Flash is struggling now. 6 seconds is the gap. That's closing in a bit more than a second and a half there. And now we've got 5 laps remaining. Oh, and this could have just saved it. Night Flash, as Gerchen has got a 3-second time penalty. That is not good. Not good at all for Gerchen. And that could end up meaning that they have lost this race. He is certainly going to need to catch up to Night Flash as quick as possible. And you can see him struggling there. He's just wanting to get on the power so much. And the car not agreeing all the time with him. Naismith, though, dropping down into 7th there after being overtaken from Northover on them fresh tyres. Fresher mediums against the 9-lap old hard compound tyres, not the best comparison. So we're just about to go. So Night Flash has and Gergen have started lap 26. All these drivers still coming around to start lap 26. I'm actually quite interested in this battle here for first position. Is Gerchen going to close this gap? 4.5 seconds is the gap to Night Flash. Night Flash been out on them hard tyres for 13 laps now. Gerchen 5-lap old medium tyres. Going to check back in on them soon enough, as Northover is going to get this move done on Benji quite easily, it must be said, as the tyre deficit is incredible right now. And I think Benji's just trying to make it to the end. I think Naismith may end up getting Benji, unfortunately. Especially with that penalty that Benji has got. That's a 3-second one. Yeah. Everyone's got a 3-second one except from Rizzo and Mean Man Moody, who both have 6 seconds worth. Everyone else doesn't have a penalty. So nicely done to them for keeping it nice and clean, as we're going on to lap 27 here with Benji in the Sauber, who is under threat from Naismith behind. How is Naismith going to attack Benji here? Is he going to go for it going into... He's past the DRS checkpoint, so he's going to have the DRS also. So that is a good way to get that. But, oh, into the wall goes Naismith. And Naismith, just got on the throttle a bit too much there. And has ended up putting that into the wall. Broken front wing from Naismith after doing so well in that Alpine. And he's ended up putting it into the wall. But unfortunate there. Benji managing to keep that position, but he's going to have to try and keep it on the road without putting it into the wall. And doing exactly what Naismith done. And he's got half a second buffer there between himself and Jay Hartnell, as Benji does have to worry about that 3-second time penalty that he does have. We've got Night Flash just coming on to start his penultimate lap. You could see in his mirrors the Alpine just glaring down on him. 2.5 seconds is the gap to Gergen. We've got Northover battling it out with Nivi. Is Northover possibly going to end up getting a podium here? He quite possibly could if he could clear 4 seconds in these next 2 laps, and he's definitely on the right tire to do that. He can actually end up getting that 3rd position. He's clearing that time quite quickly, so CJ Drama could be in trouble here. As he's just approaching turn 5, it is Northover here, and he's made quite a big gap with Nivi already, who's on 12 lap old hard compound tyres. Naismith struggling here, is just trying to get to the end of this Grand Prix, and a pit stop isn't warranted enough for a new front wing. Gives you more incentive to do it if there's maybe like fastest lap point. I'm unsure if the league is doing that this year, just because in actual Formula 1 is now changed. Looking on at Jay Hartnell is going to get Benji and move up into 6th position. Tyre offset is absolutely substantial there, and they've both started a lap 29, have Night Flash and Gergen. And now CJ Drama has Northover not managing to close that gap anymore to CJ Drama. Looking on right now, Night Flash can hold this. He's not going to be able to give Gergen the DRS this time around. Gergen trying to close that gap as much as possible and trying to get within that DRS range, but the Sauber is not allowing the Alpine to do that. Doing it quite nicely is Night Flash going down into turn 6 and 7 chicane there. Nicely does it. Rizzo getting another 3-second time penalty, not the day he would have wanted. See, is that Naismith? Multiple? Nope, that's a Sauber. That's the Sauber of Benji. Was Benji spun round, or did they just spin round? They're trying to get going again. Being careful on the throttle. We'll go back up to the leaders right now, as Gergen's not managing to close that gap enough to Night Flash. Night Flash managing to do excellent surviving here tonight to come away with the win as they're coming into the final corner. Just needs to be careful, and gets a little bit slippery, and it comes across the line to take a victory here. Night Flash doing an exceptionally well job there to get that victory. Gergen, commiserations at the end. just that a little bit out of luck. CJ Drama in third place, Northover coming across the line in fourth. We've got Nivy who finishes in fifth place. Got Jay Hartnell coming across the line in sixth. Pahandro is going to finish at P7. We've got San in P8, which drops down to P9 as Fake Scouser gets up into 8th due to San having a penalty. Naismith comes across the line in P10. Mr. Spike in P11. Rizzle will round us out for P12. Rizzo has left the session, but he finishes in P12. Mean Man Moody comes across the line, P13. We've got Hatsune Miku in P14. Millsy coming across the line, finishes P16. We're just waiting on Benji trying to get back. Benji run out of fuel? No, it doesn't appear to be. He's just taking his time, it seems. Not realising we're all watching you. There we go. There we go. That is the end of the Grand Prix. That was an actual interesting one, especially at the end. The different strategies working out, and it appears that the one stop was superior again. Not by much though. Not by much. I think a two stop still is a safer option though. But it has been quite aggressive. Most overtakes goes to Jay Hartnell. Night Flash being the cleanest driver, and also being that far out in front will certainly make you that. Northover getting the fastest lap. CJ Drama apparently driver of the day. And there we go, we've got Night Flash getting the win there. Gerchin in the second place. We've got CJ Drama in third. Fourth place it was Northover, who actually managed to get a 1:26.633, the fastest time, the fastest lap time there. We've got Nivy in fifth place. Then we've got Jay Hartnell in sixth. Seventh for Pahandro. Then we've got Fake Scouser in eighth. Ninth for San. 10th for Naismith. Then we've got 11th for Mr. Spike. Result came home in 12th. Then we've got Mean Man Moody in 13th. Hatsune Miku in 14th. Benji in 15th and 16th for Millsy. Pimis 801. Dan Idle North unfortunately did not make it to the end of this Grand Prix. So there we have it, folks. That is the end of this Grand Prix of the Abu Dhabi race. We're going to check quickly and see, I think, what next week is. I think next week is going to be Austin, but we'll see how that is. But until next time, everyone, you take care. And from me, it is peace out.